Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I already know I did start this what if a while back, but I didn't upload it for a long time and I forgot about it. So instead of just picking it up from where I left it off, I'm gonna restart, give it a little bit something, I guess you could say, if I ever am able to bring it back up. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, this will be what if Goku Black trained and raised Goku. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So we open this part with Zamasu, the Kai, holding Trunks' mother. And as Trunks leaves the planet, Zamasu ends Trunks' mother's life. And when Goku Black arrives, he was having troubles, and these troubles start to become more apparent after he sees Bulma lying there lifeless on the floor. Something from within him rushes out. The fury of seeing his friends die one by one has finally leaked out of Goku Black. Goku Black turns to Zamasu and begins to fight him. Zamasu, confused and clearly overpowered due to the fact that Goku Black is just stronger, he tries to escape to regather his bearings, to find out why exactly Goku Black is fighting him, to maybe see if it's something that Goku may have done, something that the Earthlings may have wished for a long time ago. Maybe they thought of something like this, but how could they? They're just mortals. They couldn't think of something as sophisticated as this to happen. But as he's thinking about it, he stops sensing Goku Black's ki everywhere. And as he goes throughout the world, Earth, and the other universes trying to find him, eventually he's led back to Earth. And when he gets there, he's met by the Z Fighters. Confused, Zamasu still wonders where Goku Black has went. Goku Black has went back in time. Goku Black believes that if he goes back in time and makes Goku stronger, but respectful of the gods, maybe this can convince his other self of wherever timeline he ends up in to not to go through or go with the Zero Mortals plan, or to prevent that Zamasu from whatever timeline he ends up in from doing it as well. So he used his time ring to go back in time, but instead of ending up on Earth, he misfired and in fact traveled in space and in time to a Frieza planet, it seems. As he buries the time ring, destroys the time ring in fear of someone finding it and using it to go forward or back into time, causing more mayhem. So he destroys the time ring and starts trying to find a way to get to Earth, any way to get to Earth. And he ends up stumbling into King Cold, a fairly young King Cold, meaning that Frieza isn't around, but still King Cold. King Cold in his prime, the ruler of this massive empire, seeing this lowly monkey in front of him, he gets a little infuriated, asking him why isn't he in his armor and why exactly he feels the need to think that he could be on this planet, given the fact that this planet was only meant for elites. Goku Black, looking up at the Emperor, tells him that he's not from around here, but he won't tolerate anyone talking to him as if they're better than him. Goku Black grabs the Emperor, throwing him to the other side of the field. Well, not the field, but the city. King Cold gets up, bursts into his full powered form, charging at Goku Black. Goku Black, in an instant, powers up to Super Saiyan Rose and knocks out King Cold. And he raises up and he tells them, let this be a warning to anyone that tries to get in his way. Your strongest warrior, your emperor, couldn't even stop him. So don't bother trying to get in his way, or you will end up suffering the same fate as him. And he makes a keyblade telling everyone that he's not so reliant or so lenient as everyone else thinks he is, because he spared King Cold's life. King Cold obviously making a mental note of how vicious and almost graceful this guy's power was, to make a note to tell to, future references. So this version of Zamasu, after flying up, he sees a spaceship just slightly above the atmosphere. So he flies up to it, hijacking it, telling the people to fly him to the closest planet nearby, that being planet Namek. So when he gets to planet Namek, he curses the fact that he can't breathe in outer space, given the fact that it would just be much easier for him to travel there by himself to Earth, because he feels he would be faster than the ship. And while he's on Namek, he also realizes that the Namek population is going through a massive drought and maybe something should be done. So Goku Black goes into this ship that he stole and starts harassing the crew to see if they have any form of technology to reintroduce water. And the crew on the ship says no, but they also tell him that there's a moon nearby with ice on it, that they could just get some ice and bring it back here to make it into water. And when they tell him this, Goku Black starts looking up to see if he could find a moon anywhere, and he says that he sees no moon. And they tell him that it's a little ways away. So Goku Black gets in the ship along with the crew, and they go to a small moon. And when they get to this moon, Goku Black sees this huge chunk of ice that would have taken several hours to mine, and he makes a keyblade and he cuts it clean off the main part of the ice, and he takes it back to Namek. And Namek has 3 suns. I'm pretty sure I know what's gonna happen. He takes it back to Namek, and after several days, a large pool of water has been formed. And after some consideration and some convincing, Goku Black finally is able to, finally gets one of the elders to decide to get rid of one of the suns, because that's obviously what's happening here. There's too much heat on the planet. It's dissolving all the water. So Goku Black, with one mighty Rose Kamehameha wave, he completely, well, not Rose, but base Kamehameha wave, he completely destroys the sun. This immediately alerts King Kai and, confusingly enough, Whis. And in fact, Goku Black was expecting Whis to show up eventually. And Whis tells Goku Black that he shouldn't be out. He shouldn't be here. This doesn't fit. This isn't something that's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be here, especially someone as strong as you. And Zamasu, well, Goku Black. See, there I go again. Goku Black tells Whis that in a few years' time, Beerus is going to wake up worrying about a Super Saiyan God. And Whis, being his subordinate or mentor / helper, you will fail him. You won't be able to find the Super Saiyan God. But with my help, we can probably make someone strong enough to fight him. And Whis tells him that he's not allowed to interfere in mortal matters. But the confusing thing is that how did he get God Ki? And Goku Black tells him that that's not necessarily important. And Whis tells him that it definitely is. And Goku Black just tries to dodge around the truth, just saying that he's a Saiyan with, you know, God Ki, basically. And although this story is haphazardly made, Whis buys it for the time being, because Goku Black only shows trace amounts of God Ki in him, given the fact that he hasn't used Rose in front of anyone. But Whis will keep an eye on him. And interesting how he knows that Beerus will wake up and start looking for something called a Super Saiyan God. So after Whis leaves, after agreeing to allow him to train whoever he needs to, Whis still not knowing who he needs to train, Whis just knows that he has to train Saiyans. So Whis keeps an eye on him, you know, just in case he starts doing anything close to God of Destruction levels of power, which would in turn he would have to alert Beerus. So after Whis leaves, they summon Porunga to grant, as appreciation for getting rid of one of their sons, making the planet a little bit cooler and giving them water, he asks Porunga they give him a wish, like they give him a wish from Porunga as a gift. That's what I was trying to say, my bad. And he wishes to breathe in space. The Namekians seem this to be weird, but right after they grant the wish, Zamasu tells them that they're free to take over here, like they're free to use the ship, but he's gonna travel by himself from here on out. And before Goku Black leaves Namek, he tells them that maybe they should start using that fusion thing a little more to get stronger warriors, because there are a lot of strong people out there. And the Namekians take this into consideration, as they the warriors of the Namekians, the weaker ones begin to fuse together to make stronger ones to train with the stronger ones. And it goes on from there. So now the Namekians' warrior forces will be small, but they'll be strong. But that's neither here or there right now. So Goku Black finally makes it to Earth, and when he makes it to Earth, he finds himself when he makes it into Earth's atmosphere, he realizes that it's night and that there's a giant monkey flailing his arms around and shooting beams out of his mouth in the middle of the night in the woods. So he, taking a wild guess, assuming that this is Goku, he goes over there and chops his tail off right before he can kill Grandpa Gohan. And Goku Black grabs Goku by the hair, telling him, flying above Grandpa Gohan, tells him that he's clearly not suited to train this child and he should train the child. And Gohan, just worried about Goku's safety because it doesn't look like Goku Black is being too gentle. And this doesn't concern Goku Black, but it does kind of make him start seeing why everyone was against the Zero Mortals plan. Like every other god was so against the Zero Mortals plan, seeing that some humans are not all bad. Some mortals are not all bad. So he takes it into consideration, and he also tells Grandpa Gohan that if he ever feels like, wanting to learn information or even just training, feel free to stop by. Besides, as he has Goku by the hair, telling him that he'll probably end up missing you anyway as he flies away. And when Goku Black lands, they land in the wooded area that Zamasu in Goku Black's cabin would have been in. And when Goku wakes up, he sees Goku Black and he searching for Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan ended up tracking them down along with Roshi to see exactly what was going on. And when Roshi and Grandpa Gohan got there, they saw that Goku Black was actually training him, was training Goku, but more vigorously, more training than what they could ever possibly have done. And them seeing this, they make a vow to get stronger just in case this Goku Black guy is someone that they need to be wary of. Goku Black, noticing that they're there, he kind of just leaves it alone because honestly, what would they be able to do against him? So at this point, Goku Black just kidnaps Goku and is now training him, which means that the Red Ribbon Army was never destroyed. Bulma does go out to collect the Dragon Balls, but instead of collecting all of them, she runs into the Red Ribbon Army and she ends up running into Yamcha. So instead of Goku destroying the Red Ribbon Army, Goku and Goku Black have nothing to do with that. In fact, the Red Ribbon Army is so thrown off about Goku and Goku Black that they don't even know that they exist. So they're more concerned about Yamcha. So Yamcha and, I'm gonna say Chaozu, because Bulma ended up running into Chaozu, Tien, and Yamcha all while looking for the Dragon Balls. So those three ended up destroying the Red Ribbon Army. So yeah, I guess. So Bulma finally collects all the Dragon Balls, but eventually when the sky turns dark, this alerts Goku Black and Goku. And although Goku is still a child, he's still, Goku Black is still teaching him relative knowledge about how not to disrespect the gods. And if you're going to use a Dragon Ball, use it for a meaningful wish, like he used it to be able to breathe in space. That's something that could, be useful. Not to use it for oh, I want a million Zenny or something like that. That wouldn't be smart and it wouldn't be wise. So Goku and Goku Black instantly start heading over to where they see the light coming from the darkness, aka Porunga. And when they get there, Bulma decides to tell the dragon that instead of making a wish for her, maybe she should make a wish for one of them. And when she turns around, she sees this little kid and this weird, this guy. And she weirded out, she asks them how exactly are they flying. And Tien and Chaozu turn around to make notice of Zamasu and Goku. And when they finally get a good feel of Zamasu's energy, they're horrified because they can't sense it completely. But going based off what they can sense from Goku, if Zamasu's stronger, then he's a complete monster, because even Goku's power right now is far surpassing any of what they can muster. So Goku Black tells them that, asks them, are they going to make a wish? And she tells, Bulma tells Goku Black that they're not going to, but she wonders, how did Goku Black know about the Dragon Balls if he's never been seen around here? And as they're talking, Roshi and Grandpa Gohan come walking out of Capsule Corp because they were also helping them find Dragon Balls. So they see Goku Black, and Roshi sees Goku, and when Goku sees, not Roshi, but Grandpa Gohan sees Goku, and after he sees Goku, he runs over to where Goku is to try to get his attention. When Goku sees Grandpa Gohan, he immediately flies down and hugs him, to everyone's confusion, but except for Roshi and Goku Black. And Goku Black, like, he's just quiet because he doesn't want to say anything. But Bulma is still trying to persist on asking him how does he know about the Dragon Balls and the power that they hold if she's never seen him trying to collect them or around here for that matter. And she still wants to know how is he flying. That's pretty weird. But before Goku Black could even answer, even if he was going to, the dragon chimes in and tells him that, you know, this is starting to get irritating. He would like to get on with his life just as much as they would. And Roshi jokingly tells him that, oh yeah, it's something like me and Roshi. Well, me and Gohan, referring as to Grandpa Gohan, wish for our youth back. And they both start laughing, but the dragon took it seriously. Irritated, he grants their wish and he vanishes. And Roshi and Grandpa Gohan are once again back to being young. This frustrates Goku Black, and he appears in front of Grandpa Gohan, telling him that wishing for your youth, well, he appears in front of Grandpa Gohan and Roshi and telling them that wishing for your youth was an idiotic mistake and something that just could have easily been avoided. But instead, you had to go and mess with your own fates. As he grabs Goku and tells him that it's time for them to leave. They have more training to do. Remember, as he's pulling Goku away, that he's fighting for a bigger cause. Goku gets irritated. Well, Goku's saddened by the fact that Grandpa Gohan still, after all this time, can't see him. And as Goku and Goku Black are flying back to the cabin in the woods that they're staying in, Goku asks Goku Black that if he competes in the tournament, like, can he compete in the human tournament? And Goku Black tells him that, like, why should he let him? And Goku tells Goku Black that this is a perfect opportunity for them to display their power, to show the mortals what the gods, or what he can do and what he can train and show them. And as him and Goku are having this conversation, someone enters Goku Black's mind, and this immediately sours his mood. And in the midst of Goku and Goku Black having this this conversation, Goku Black stops in the middle and he tells him to state his business and why exactly is he in his head. This being Kami, the god of Earth, he tells Goku Black that he should allow the child to participate in the World Martial Arts Tournament. And this makes Goku Black even more angry, because once Goku Black figures out who it is, he tells him that as the god of this earth, you are supposed to make sure that those Dragon Balls don't get misused, but yet you did it anyway. And for the record, it did take Goku Black a long time to get to Earth, given the fact that he wasn't using a ship. So it did take him several years. I'm not just, jumping through, he's not jumping through time. It's just taking him forever to get from place to place. Well, except for in between him fighting King Cold and then going to Namek. But in between the Namek, when he went to Namek and going to Earth, there was several years in between them. If you couldn't tell, I'm just saying. So, Goku Black agrees, but he wants a better explanation than just let the child compete in the World Martial Arts Tournament. So when Goku is fast asleep, Goku Black disappears, and he appears on the lookout, and he begins he asks the god of earth, Kami, to explain himself further. This is where I'm gonna end this part off. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. Anyway, this has been Shinobi. Peace.